I would profess that 100% what they were suggesting had happened through commercialism with karate in the Karate Kid has happened with martial arts and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has taken the honor out of martial arts and it's turned it into an honorless street fighter, numbskull, idiot martial art. So, like with me, right? The only times that I've been seriously injured since I've been back here have been when my younger brother, in a situation where there was no argument or no fight or anything like that, has come up and jumped me with jiu-jitsu and broken a bone or something, or tried to break my neck or tried to break my arm or done some type of injury to me, right? So this is the thing that my brother Christopher does with jiu-jitsu that I've seen, like a lot of these gutless beta males who go out of their way to try to prove to people that they're alpha males do. They jump people with jiu-jitsu. So if you're jumping people with jiu-jitsu, it's the same as going up to somebody and king hitting them in the face. Like fucking single punch. The single punch is like walking through downtown and then just king hitting anybody on the street and then running away. So this is it. You guys think that jumping people with jiu-jitsu, so it's very rare that you go, okay, cunt, fucking we can punch. We'll wear fucking gloves and we can do this. Let's fucking go. We'll have a stand-up fight. We can go to the ground, whatever. Let's fucking go. They won't step in and do it. The same with boxing. Like I say to you, get in and do Marcus of Queensbury rules with me, cunt. I want 2 of these people at the police station to fucking fight me. And you can bring another one too. And also, I know that you guys, I know that a big problem here with the police is that they've been getting steroids from the fucking bikie gangs. And security. That's where they get their steroids, their clenbuterol, all their fucking bits and pieces from. Bibs and bobs to keep on the job. Okay? I'm natty. I'm natural. I take that Redcliffe Dolphins tea supplement sometimes, but other than that, I'm natural. So I had to learn jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu when I was doing bouncing, okay, when I was 18, as it was part of my profession. So these people that have studied it and everything, like my brother, it's never been your job. You never went and did the crowd controller course to make all of this your job. And even if you did it now, you would just be in the beginning of doing it. You wouldn't be somebody who'd been doing it for 26 years. But my brother would turn into my experience in Charleville and in Vietnam, just like fucking hanging out with my ex-girlfriend Twee is security experience. That's how he would see it. But I have that experience. So the birds are out there. Good morning, birds. Yeah, so I want everything to be cool with everybody, but there are these parties that are fucking seriously involved in some really fucking nefarious shit. So you guys need me out of the way, because then when you do your rollout with the next ALP thing, but this is it. So there has to come a time, Anthony Albanese and everybody, right? So Australia politically is set up like this now, right? Okay. You vote for me. When you vote for me, it's a vote against your enemy. Okay? So what that means is that you get the support of our army of 20-something-year-old Antifa people who have read books about Bolsheviks and Mensheviks and stuff, and they think they're so excited that this structure exists in Australia for them to be able to do it. Okay? And what it ends up doing is it fucks it up for all of us, man. So what I say is like, okay, a vote for somebody is like a vote for like stability or something like that. You know what I mean? So if I vote for Liberal National Party and I decide to no longer have anything to do with ALP, then Liberal National Party is responsible for keeping the ALP off my back and then not working along with the ALP to try to make an example of me for leaving the Australian Labor Party, because there's so many people who really have believed in the Australian Labor Party, but they become disenfranchised by how they've been treated by Anthony Albanese and how Anthony Albanese has allowed the pro-Palestine lobby to treat people that are pro-Israel. Okay, so you can see in the Ukraine, they need people like Michael Henshaw who have connections in Vietnam to communism, to communist countries. He was in North Korea before. People that understand the context of the situation, like me. So in Australia, they say, you're the enemy because this uniform. Zelensky sees this uniform is ally. This uniform, America needs the support of people like this, and Ukraine need the support of people like this. So, Hensels, okay, your friend that looks like Alex Cook, that's married to a French lady, okay, you're the person that I'm going to start coming after, dude. You've been sending these gangsters after me since I got here. I saw you yesterday and you ran out of the shop like acting psycho. Hensels, you've got to start pulling it up. So you can't run some type of terrorist organization out of your real estate bros, right? So the real estate bros, they're all hooked up with the banditos, and the banditos have bought up all this land here, the motorcycle gang. So Roy Hensel, Paul Bell, I'm going to come and find out the name of the cunt that works for you today, okay? And before I stomp his fucking stupid face, okay? You keep your stupid bailiff cunts out of my fucking face playing your fucking banditos games. Because since I reported you guys, and there's an inquiry, right? One of the 4 inquiries that are going on, okay? Since I reported you, Terry, for hanging out with the banditos murdered some guy in Bly in a house up there, in a bathtub. And there's still people in this town as of yesterday that are coming up and going, banditos, cunt. We're the banditos. We're the fucking bikie gang, cunt. And I'm like, bro, you dudes are fucking, you guys are being investigated for attacking me. I didn't know that you guys were banditos. You guys have all these front businesses that America is now investigating because if you've been fucking pumping up against me, cunt, for fucking years, I don't even know who you are. I don't give 2 fucks. I voted for Andrew Wallace, and then I'm one of the fucking, whether they say it or not, me screaming on my podcast for 6 years around the corner from them has made everything much better in this fucking city. If they didn't have me going, fuck you, on here, do you think shit would have changed the way that it's fucking changed? The answer is no. It's not just that, like, I do the stuff I do. I'm also a podcaster. So my podcasts disappear, but a lot of the time, and I don't save all of them, but people trying to threaten me about communication, right? You can see what they're doing in Cambodia. It's good to be communicating. But this is my point. Like, in Cambodia, we're all like under the one political banner. It's a country and we work together. We're not working against each other. There's personality disagreements, but there's not like big political disagreements. The same with Vietnam. There's no, the differentiation in political positioning isn't too far off because everybody's just like nationalistic and stuff as opposed to like selfish or something. So you just don't have the same battles in the East in your work life or in your life that you do in the West. In my experience, you just don't have it because the flow is much better. Like, you have your disagreements, your fights and shit, but the flow is much better. But yeah, so with like martial arts, I was doing it from when I was 18 as a job. So when I have to grapple people, you can see I'm like fucking strong, very strong. So that's it. Like, when most people put a lock on someone, it's strong. But when I put a lock on someone, it's a vice. If I have to apply pressure like a little bit, you just see I'm fucking strong. I can go like, and then have 4 people fighting, right? 4 people fighting, and then apply this much pressure and go, whoom, and go like 4 people fighting. I'm here, and I go with 4 people. That's another level of fucking grappling, of wrist locks. Okay, so a lot of jiu-jitsu bros will be like, they'll train and they'll hurt each other, or they'll see people they don't like and they'll say, let me do a lock on them, and then they'll break their hand, and then they'll like have some excuse, and so the person doesn't press charges on them or something like that. And you got to be real careful, because there's a lot of people that they used to accuse karate people of being mental like that, remember, back in the 80s and shit. But there's a lot of legitimate Brazilian jiu-jitsu people that are that way. So I came in it through Aikido, and then jiu-jitsu and Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and being a fan of the UFC, early UFC and all that stuff. Just when they started saying MMA, I've always hated the sound of MMA. I always thought it was fucking shit to say MMA. But yeah. I've been doing it since I was young, and I don't do steroids. So I don't know. I suppose in a lot of ways I'm kind of a bit undefeated. And as I said, the only person who's ever hurt me is my brother. But the only time my brother and I have ever had a proper fight, I hurt him real bad in front of everybody on Wiley Street in Redcliffe, including in front of a biker who was like Aryan Brotherhood drug dealer. He saw me punch the fucking piss out of my brother on the street. And my brother had to tackle me into a car to fucking like get some face out of it, because he was humiliated. He came around to my house, smashed my shit, called me out for a fight. I went out on the street, and then I punched on with him for 20 minutes. He couldn't punch me one time, and he had to tackle me into a car. And everybody was like, you just fucking smashed him. People like stopped their cars to watch the fight and shit. It ended up at the Redcliffe police station. My brother fucking going mental, chasing everybody around and everything. So it was my fault that we were just sitting at home peacefully in Wiley Street when my brother just decided to come around and smash the place up for no reason. Like, were we on the telephone with each other fighting, or were you just high, hanging out with your friends, decided to come around and roll me like you always do? You always did. So ask the people from my band, is that consistent or inconsistent? When my brother came and rolled our place in Wiley Street, were we ever at fault, or was he just tripping balls and he decided that we were a target? Leave some comments, a like, subscribe. No, sorry. But I don't know what's going on. I just see it like this. I've got venues that I want to keep clean. I don't want to be treated like shit. I don't want to get treated like shit by my boss for doing the right fucking thing, most importantly. Okay. If something kicks off, if you guys know it or not, as I said, the young people are like, what's your role kind of thing when you do security? I'm operations and I'm a good planner and everything, but do you want to know what I'm really good at? And they're like, what? These kids are 18. I'm like, if you've got 20 people that need to get punched in the fucking face in a room, right? And you say, punch them in the fucking face for me and like take minimal damage, but just go walk right in and punch 20 people in the fucking face for me right now and just blast them or knock everyone out. I could do that right now here at the Dewporth if you asked me to do it. And they're like, cool. Because they didn't even go like, really? They're like, cool. It's true. And they fucking, so the interesting thing is the Aboriginal people, the Aboriginal men, they respect me. They behave around me. They don't let anybody fuck the fucking serious people that want me, because they grew up seeing all of the biggest, most dangerous punks in their fucking neighborhoods, their crews, challenge me and lose every fucking time. Okay. So what that's done is it's built respect for me in the community that other people don't have. Drinking with the underworld people and stuff and having connections is one thing. I don't drink or anything like that. The reason why the Indigenous people respect me is because they know that I can knuckle. They know that I'm not into bad shit. I'm not into dirty shit. They know that I'm a heterosexual, that I'm family oriented. Okay. That I respect the land. I respect the people. Okay. So I was disappointed when I heard Lydia Thorpe say that she wants to burn down Parliament House. That's fucking pretty fucking full on. But that's exactly like, it was just her being like, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to soundbite Madonna and say, maybe somebody, whatever Madonna said, right? Whatever was inappropriate that Madonna said, Lydia Thorpe said that. Okay. So, do we need more that kind of representation? Do we need a false equivalency? Do we need to have an equivalency between Indigenous rights and Palestinian rights? Do we have to have an equivalency between Palestinian rights and any fucking rights anywhere, or Jewish and Palestinian state rights and the rights of anybody else? The problem's fixed now, but we don't have to now it's fixed. We don't have to argue about it. Okay. You have to stop using that, what was going on overseas, as a reason to paramilitarize protest movements. Because in Vietnam, the protest movement lost the Vietnam War, right? But these people have been, the Antifa people, they're paramilitarizing it. So with me, I've been trying to get my license and get my licenses and get more into like the workforce and the conservative kind of life, right? Making money, doing more business and everything. But the Antifa type of people have been calling me a sovereign citizen for having libertarian rights, or a fascist because I'm not part of the LGBTQIA plus orchestra. I'm not. And it's because I supported them and then they backstabbed me. It's the same reason why I'm not a part of the communism thing anymore, because I supported them and they backstabbed me. So I have my backstabbing, the different movements that have backstabbed me. And then I've got like my friend Alex Cook from Van Nuys and my friends from America and my friends from Australia and my friends from Vietnam and Cambodia, my peer group. Okay. And I care about them, and they're all really good people and really influential and interesting people. But how Pam Bondi did what she did, right? That's how I fucking fought the employment agencies here. So I'm impressed when she did it, how she did it. She did it how I would have done it, how I would have prepared her to do it. It's awesome. And that's how we've got to be when it comes to responding to these kind of left-wing lunatics. And I'm from the left, but I can look at things from a pragmatic perspective, right? Like I know my friends were supporting these flotillas and shit, but you guys know, you know, a lot of that wasn't what those aid flotillas weren't actual humanitarian aid, dudes. It's fucking war. So the Hamas, they've always, even every time they have a war, they have very good media representation wing, very good, like their whole journalism, their government journalists, infrastructure and everything, the way that people report from their side, it's always been consistent. Okay. And I used to write for Salem News, and they were 100% on that side. I think Tim let me write for the newspaper because he heard Stone Thrower. I didn't know that's why. Okay. So that's kind of like the Portland, Oregon type of crew there, but they're not really different from the Sihanoukville crew or the Phnom Penh crews over the years. You know what I mean? Like the old times gone, man, So Cambodia is a pirate town. It is a pirate town too. I became a pirate radio announcer in Cambodia in Sihanoukville with my best friend Gerhard Matheson. Rest his soul. He was murdered in Cambodia. He was my very good friend. Okay. And he got me into radio. He got me into doing this. And it was just an experiment, really. So what I want to say is we want good things for our town and our community, and stop using your gang fucking affiliated businesses to attack me with your defamation and your fucking threats, right? Because Roy, you know that the people that you fucking that are throwing their weight around, and as Paul Bell knows, if they get shot in the face or someone walks up to them and fucking cuts their fucking head off on the street, Jesus can't save them. Do you understand? They're playing games with serious people. Paul Bell and I can tell you, if you needed somebody to go boom boom in this town, Paul Bell and I would easily do it. We're both fucking related too. So don't come here throwing shit at me, dudes. Know who you're fucking with. And it's like the song Know Your Enemy, but don't make me your enemy. If you know me and you don't like me, get the fuck out of my way, because you've been fucking hunting me, and I'm somebody who doesn't like being hunted, and now I'm at the point that I'm ready to fucking hunt. So don't fucking make me hunt these idiots. So like this guy and his fucking daughter, I don't even know who the fuck I know who this guy is. I went to school with this fucking drongo. He was in my Laidley fucking grade 12 class. I left in grade 11, but he was in the grade 11 class and all this shit. And now he came down and got the screw in teeth and started hanging out with the bikie gang. And he's been following me around on the phone with his black singlet and his fucking pants for this little midget guy, not knowing that we're in fucking the same school class together. And then whatever he's going on about is just cooked. Is made up, cooked ass bullshit. We went to school with each other, motherfucker, and you can't even work that out. So I don't have to try to sound like I'm from Queensland and sound like what they call a bogan, or like to sound very extremely authentic Australian Queenslander, because I grew up in Laidley and Gatton in the heart of the Lockyer Valley, which is German Queensland. I grew up in German Queensland. Deutschland, Queenslander. So, yeah, I grew up in the Deutschland, in Queensland's Deutschland region. Plainlands. Okay. And, yeah. So there's a lot of Germans out there too. Okay. Okay, everybody. So, yeah, I'm a Queenslander. I'm an authentic Queenslander. I've been around the place and I respect all the places I've been at. It's just, you just have to see it from my perspective. I'm not being weird or crazy or being like, or anything like that. It's just because of my experience, I understand it in a particular way, and I see things in a whack ass. I see people's behavior being whack. So, like with the cops and everything, like they know that I'm like, you're just trying to interpret everything to get me in trouble all the time. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. If you don't want to give me a gift or suck my dick, fucking leave me alone, lady. You know what I mean? If you want to give me the gift and you want to suck my dick, lady, we can negotiate. All right? Sorry for saying that, dudes. But you know what I mean? Like, otherwise, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not looking for a girlfriend. You know what I mean? I don't care. Why would I be looking for a girlfriend at this point? Right? So I got to represent. I got to be a bit toxic masculine sometimes. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Good morning. Good evening.